Let's start with your NHL playoff update. We'll pause for any questions from the co-hosts, and then we'll go straight to MLB. Go ahead, take it away, the sports professor.
Yes, sir. Yes, the NHL playoffs are into the conference finals, and man, we had a barn burner last night. Game 7, Edmonton versus Vancouver. Edmonton scored 3 second-period goals, but then Vancouver came back. They were at home to score 2 in the third. In 5 minutes, and then the last 5 minutes of the game, they pulled their goalie. They did not shoot enough in the last 5 minutes, to be completely honest. This was something that PK Subban and other analysts harped on. They pulled their goalie, didn't shoot enough, weren't able to get enough chances, didn't score a goal. Edmonton moves on to face the Dallas Stars in the Western Conference. Finally, Connor McDavid, the star of the league, who they call McJesus, colloquially. He is their superstar. Everything depends on him. They haven't gotten this far before, but if they're going to win, it depends on him. He could be the one to power them past, obviously, with his partner Leon Draisaitl, past the Dallas Stars, but the Dallas Stars are a really, really great team. I personally am going to say, since I've been riding with Edmonton this far, I'm going to say that Edmonton takes it in a 7-game series, but I could easily see Dallas taking it. Florida versus New York in the East. New York took it from the Canes like we thought they would, and Florida pulled it out over Boston in 6 as well. So now you have Florida, who has been, along with Dallas, the 2 best teams in the league, going up against the New York Rangers, a fan favorite team. But Florida's been looking for that championship. It's been elusive the past few years, and they're really hoping they get it down there. I'm going to go with Florida finally getting over the hump and beating the Rangers in the Eastern
let's go. All right. Before we let Ken go, I know he's got some pertinent questions. Jake, you got anything for NHL playoffs?
All I have to say is I called this from the get-go. The Rangers are going all the way. My question to you is who are the Rangers facing? Are they facing the Stars or are they facing the Oilers? That's the big thing. Who do you think, Omar?
Yeah. In my eyes, Jake, that's a great question. I've seen Edmonton struggle the past few years. They've gotten deep into the second round, but haven't been able to get over that hump past the conference finals into the Stanley Cup finals. I think that with the star power they have between McDavid and Draisaitl, I believe that they should get by. Stuart Skinner is a good goalie as well. But Dallas, man, they're an all-around good team. They're an all-around great team, I should say. And I think sometimes the team in hockey, not sometimes, most of the time in hockey, the team is better than the individual stars. So it's probably bad for you because I don't think you're a Dallas Stars fan. But I think Dallas is actually going to go play the Rangers. But I personally am choosing Edmonton because I want to finally see them get over the hump.
You believe what my friends believe. The Oilers are very top-heavy. They're really more weaker on the back end. Would you agree with that?
Yes. That is very true. Yeah, their roster is deep because they have 2 of the best stars in the league. And it's just like in any other sport, right? When you have 2 players that are – and in hockey, it's not the same because salary caps aren't as much. They don't spend as much money. But you still have to allocate more to stars. So.
I got you. I'm ready, man.
Okay. All right. Anything for Hockey's Canteen? I know.
Why you do that? Why you do that? You know
why you can't have
I'm giving you the opportunity.
No, you always try to down people out, man. You know I don't watch no flow hockey.
Right.
All right.
Tell him.
Man. Okay, Ken. All right. Go ahead. Give us the MLB hot topics in the Major League Baseball. Sports professor.
Yes, sir. So this week, it was a steady week for all the teams, but looking at our top of our power rankings, we still have the Dodgers on top. They have a 33-17 record. Right behind them, we got I hate to say this, but we got Hot Takes Jake's New York Yankees at 33-16, right behind the Dodgers for the best record in the league. And the good news is that not only may they see Garrett Cole back after Tommy John surgery, but also was forgotten, but they had a star prospect last year by the name of Jason Dominguez, who underwent Tommy John surgery. He's a position player though, so it's not as long of an out for them. He is on his way back. Once you start pairing that with Soto, who looks like the league's AL MVP right now, the Yankees, I hate to say it, but they're looking very tough to beat. Jake's other team in the NL, Philadelphia Phillies, have been on a roll. They are, I believe, 16-4 or something in their last 20. 34-14. Bryce Harper and the rest of the crew there. They've got a pitching staff with Wheeler and Nola, and just the whole crew is excellent over there in Philly. I hate saying that too, because all the top teams are in my division, with Can's Braves as well. There with the Orioles, both at 27 and 17 records. The Orioles are on the come up. The Braves, as we've talked about all year long, have dealt with injuries, so now they're going to have to fight through that the rest of the year.
I think we're on a collision course to see Philadelphia versus New York, and boy, am I ready to see it! I cannot wait. You watch.
Now, Omar, what do you project for the American League, as far as the top teams from the American League and from the National League? Like, who's your top 4 teams right now? Top 4.
Top 4 teams. Great question. I'm actually going to switch it up on you. So I will go against everything in my right mind, and in what I was taught and raised as a Mets fan. And I'm going to say that the Yankees are number 1 in the AL. I hate saying that with my heart, but I will.
Oh my God!
And although I mean, by record right now,
I get it. I know.
And all the players are starting to play well. Soto's on MVP pace. You've got Judge who's starting to pick it up, even though he started slow. Stanton's starting to pick it up. Garrett Cole is on his way back, hasn't even pitched yet. And then if you bring back Dominguez too, that's kind of overpowering. The Guardians, we knew the Yankees weren't going to stay down for long. They never do. I hate saying that. The Guardians will be my other pick. I know I'm always hyping up the Orioles, and they deserve to be so, and they will be at the end of the year. But I saw the 3-game series the Mets have been playing against the Guardians this week, and the Guardians are just they're like the Dallas Stars. They're an all-around, well-formed, good team. So I got them at number 2. And then in the NL, Dodgers obviously have to be your number 1. The Braves fell off a little bit there. They got swept by the Dodgers. So I have the Dodgers and Phillies 1-2 in my NL.
Wow. Dodgers and Phillies. So, tell me this, Omar. I haven't researched too much. I know that Ohtani's not pitching. Is there any chance he pitches sometime this season, or by the playoffs?
There'd be no reason.
Season out.
There'd be no reason he does that.
As a relief, it's just something.
I'm with Jake. If you're going to be stupid enough to risk your $700 million investment to try to get him to pitch, he's doing so good now. He's performing at a level right now as a batter that he's never performed that before in his whole career. Okay. And if you're going to try to bring and institute back a pitching regimen and into the end of the season when you're trying to win in the playoffs, nah, man, don't mess with what you got going on. That's good.
Let him just play better. Closer.
I wouldn't, but I guess if you get deep in the World Series and it's like Game 6 or Game 7 and you really need them and you want the boost for the movie that they're going to put out on Disney 10 years from now, then I guess put them out there in this team, but I would. I respect money too. I know that we need that money. There's a lot of money to pay him to have him go to another Tommy John. He's already thinking 2. One more, and that could be Dunzo for his career. So you got to be very careful.
So you think he's done with pitching for his whole career, or just this season?
No. He will be pitching again next season. He wants to.
Okay.
But there's no way you're going to run him back out. That too, when he's performing so well as a hitter, you don't need him as a pitcher. You have $700 million that you haven't paid him yet. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Anything else for the sports professor on Major League Baseball?
Hold on. Let me ask Omar really fast on that.
Okay. Go ahead.
That real quick question. Do you believe he should go back to pitching like he used to when he does finally get fully recovered next year? Because I don't. I think he should be more of a closing pitcher from here on out. They shouldn't use him the way he was being used before.
Do you
agree with that, or what do you think on that part?
That is an excellent question. Very often by the media.
Questions.
Damn right.
Love it. I think that's an amazing question because most people aren't looking at that. Most people are thinking, "Oh, he's just going to come back and automatically be a starter." Which, yes, you could do. You could do this one of two ways. Well, you could do it one of three ways, I guess. But you could do it your standard 5-man, right? Or bring him back and you could run a 6-man. The reason I say that is because in Japan they run 6-man rotations, so every pitcher pitches once a week. They will now have 2 Japanese pitchers next year on their starting staff. So technically, they could run out a 6-man staff with Walker Buehler coming back, and maybe even Kershaw if he's healthy. Okay. So you could do a 6 with all those old pitchers. That would be awesome. Or you could turn him into a mid-inning reliever who DHs all game and then comes in when needed. I can see that as well. That's a great question, Jake. I think he wants to become a starter again, but I can see the team maybe inching him over that way into the.
Okay. I just think of the money that you're bringing up, and I hate to see him get hurt again. Being that, and he hurt himself being a pitcher in the first place. So
yeah, but I don't know necessarily that it was the innings he was pitching because it was not like he was going deep. I don't think that it was hard he throws.
It was just one of those fluke accidents.
Omar, I don't want to see a Bo Jackson re-situation is what I'm worried on. Yeah. We saw what happened. Bo Jackson's one of the greatest athletes of all time, and it hurt our hearts seeing him do what he did for a short span when he could have been there for so long. So much more if he would have stuck to one position one sport, honestly. Man,
we would have more than 3 Super Bowls for the Raiders.
I'm just calling spade.
For sure. I think Bo Jackson was more of a freak accident. He's just.
Yeah, you made a good point with that body. He was a decent athlete. He cannot compare to prime Deion Sanders. He can't compare to him.
I mean, Bo Jackson is comparable. I think he's very comparable. I just think Bo got injured in a way that was.
I would say they are the 2 most comparable. Anything.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, I mean, Bo was. I mean, he was before Deion. I mean, Deion wasn't Deion until Bo was there. So I'm just saying, Bo just got hurt. It was just a freak accident, basically. He planted at the wrong time at the wrong place, and he was never the same. He just messed up his hip. It's just something you can't predict. It's one of those freak accidents. But all right, let's go. Appreciate you guys, everybody watching. Let us know what you think. Any baseball questions, we'll bring them back up if you got something for that sports. That's Bottom Line Sports.